Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to the burnt peanut is a recession indicator. So hopefully it's a banger. You know, normally they're bangers. So let's see.
The past year, things have gotten weird. Household debt has hit a record high, and inflation keeps climbing, the job market's tanking, and now we seem to be on the brink of World War III. But right in the middle of all of that, there's a cartoon peanut pulling some of the biggest streaming numbers the internet has ever seen.
He averages like 50 on Twitch and like 80 on YouTube.
Sheesh.
He's bigger than Kai.
Now, the strange part is, the worse things seem to get.
Kai also doesn't stream though. Call me a glazer if you want.
What? Yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna get a little finance heavy for a second here, but stick with me. A recession is what happens when the economy takes a serious nosedive and stays down. And when that happens, people change. What they buy changes, what they watch changes, their behavior in general can hit a total 180. There's a theory called the lipstick index. It suggests that when money gets tight, people stop buying designer purses, but they'll still grab a nice bottle of lipstick. It's small, it's affordable, and for a moment, it makes you feel like things are normal. So why does that matter here? Well, because the burnt peanut is kind of like the lipstick. Not as some cheaper version of anything, but as something people turn to when everything else starts to become exhausting.
I honestly think that the burnt peanut has brought to Twitch something it's never had.
There was a hole in streaming that no one really recognized. Well, except for Peanut.
My whole life has been changed when I found this stupid little peanut.
Almost overnight, this cult-like following had formed.
You love him, I love him.
That's funny though. Yeah, I swear in all these videos, this dude Nick is always making a video about whoever it is.
Think about gaming.
Video games are not supposed to be you're sweating your off. If you're not having fun, get off.
And decided he wanted to fix
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Especially with Arc Raiders, bro. People used to get mad at me for killing. Oh, you're such a rat. Oh, put him on the hunt list. No, bro. I'm playing Arc Raiders for fun. I'm playing Arc Raiders to take your loot. That's the whole point of the game. I'm getting on to make you not have fun. No, I'm playing not to not have fun, but I'm getting on to take your loot.
More fun in a video game than Halo 3 multiplayer.
If you grew up with an Xbox 360,
I was gonna say
you already
Halo
know
3.
exactly
I knew it was gonna be
what I'm
Xbox
talking about
360.
here. Back then, gaming was more about having fun than anything else. You'd boot up Halo 3 on a Saturday morning, and you and your brother would spend hours in split screen. But things started to shift. Ranked game modes began to climb in popularity, lobbies got sweatier, and then Fortnite showed up and kind of just changed everything. Epic Games started rolling out
Peak
cash
Fortnite, bro. Yes, I remember the first tournaments, bro. So peak.
Prizes. You and your friends could theoretically win hundreds of dollars from your own bedroom without ever wagering $1. That had never really existed before, and it pulled gaming culture in a new direction. Suddenly, tryharding was the only way to play. If you weren't cranking 90s the second you landed, some kid with 10,000 hours in mommy's credit card was putting you in a clip.
You're so dog, buddy. That was a freeze kill my life.
And if that sounds familiar, it should, because the same thing was happening everywhere else.
If you are living
Dang, bro, that's
paycheck
crazy,
to
bro.
paycheck,
Clicks is actually
don't
mad
worry,
young.
You're not alone.
Throughout the 2010s, the job market got more competitive. Social media had everyone comparing themselves to people they'd never even met. Hustle culture showed up and swallowed everything whole. And now that one place that used to ask nothing of you, the place you went to specifically to turn your brain off,
playing one of
was
these
asking
games
you
on
to perform too.
freaking Xbox One. Was it Halo 4? I don't remember what it's called. I don't even think it was called Halo 4, but like I know the campaign is peak. I remember this one mission where you had to like get on the ATV and like it was like a 2-player and like the alien thing or whatever would like be on, you have to like shoot on the back or something. Then you have to like ride the ATV into the plane like as the map was exploding or like planet or whatever. That was peak.
Because I don't have to sweat my absolute balls off.
But here's the thing, it didn't just change how people played, it changed what they watched too. High-skill gameplay became the content. The crazier the clip, the more it blew up. Now, when Peanut first started streaming in early 2022, that was still the blueprint. Be good at the game, and people will tune in.
When I first started streaming, I copied everyone else. I was like, okay, what these guys are doing, they're first off, they're being the best.
At the time, he was still known online as the Burnt Peanut, but the character didn't exist yet. He was still trying to copy the guys at the top. With the face cam on, gameplay front and center, focused on being good at the game. On paper, he was doing everything right.
But they blur his face.
It didn't work. And honestly, the fact that it didn't is really what makes this story interesting, because it forced Peanut to get creative. So I mentioned earlier that the job market has gotten more competitive. I mean, between AI taking jobs.
I smell an
and the fact
ad.
that
I smell an
degrees no
ad.
longer
I smell an
job
ad.
business on.
I smell an ad.
Annually, one of the best mission is. By early 2024, Peanut had been at it long enough to know that the playbook wasn't going to work for him. So he threw the whole thing out and started over. Peanut wanted to stand out. And instead of chasing what everyone else was doing, he decided to make his own thing entirely. Facecams have been the default for years, but Peanut realized there's something about an animated character that just hits a little different. Think of like Baby Yoda. Characters like that have a certain kind of universal appeal that a webcam just can't compete with. So he taught himself Blender, built a character from scratch, a Peanut, fully 3D rigged to track his face in real time.
Did you already have the tech available to even do that?
No, I learned everything on hand as I went. Blender, like I learned all by myself. I tell you, oh my God, Blender has pissed me off so much. I'll sit there and
Yeah,
I'll,
I was
like,
gonna
have
say,
that fire
I
hat
know
that has
that
fire
was
on top.
like the longest, hardest thing he's ever probably done in his life, brother. Holy.
That should be like 8 hours. 8 hours of sitting there and just trying to work how fire worked. I almost punched a hole in my wall. But after 8 hours, you figure it out and then you can use it forever.
The Peanut became the face of the whole operation. But here's what made it work. You could still see his actual eyes and mouth. It gave him a way to show genuine personality that most VTuber avatars just don't have.
Let me see if I can lure him in. Like a moth to a flame.
Peanut's goal with this new direction went beyond just the character. He stopped trying to be the best player in the lobby.
What?
Is this Siege?
The goal wasn't to impress people anymore. It was to have fun.
I go, yeah, yeah, yeah!
All right, next guy up, come get it!
To bring back that feeling games used to have before everything got so competitive.
Back in the day, you would sit down on your couch, you'd play.
Oh, what were
Halo
they
3.
playing that
You
was
and your
this
brother, you'd be,
without
you know,
required this reaction, bro? The win could not have been that good.
calling each other fat and you've beaten the shit out of each other in the game. That's what I try to bring back. I want my bungalows to sit there and feel like I'm on the couch with them and we're just having fun. Like we're just hanging
Yes, that's
out.
what I'm saying, bro. That's what it's all about, having fun, bro. Well, I mean, if you're good, obviously you're like Peter Bob, bro. If you're Peter Bob, bro, I mean, like if you're good at the game, bro, you're just good at the game. But
Like they're my boys, and I just think it's more fun that way. That's what I would want to
like
watch.
what was
Yeah,
on
that's why I do
Biffle?
what I do.
Biffle was
When
just
he
they
first
just
rolled out
got
this
it.
new character in January of 2024, he averaged just 6 viewers. 6. And nothing really changed overnight, but he kept going. He stuck to his schedule, refined the character, creating new outfits and virtual sets, basically building out the world around the Peanut piece by piece. And slowly people started to show up.
Every day I'd hop on and there'd
Bro
be more
has the
bungulators. I'd
different
hop on the next day, there'd be more bungulators.
By the end of
things on his-
2024, he was averaging nearly 1,200 viewers a stream, which on its own is already a massive jump.
What's it called?
But compared to what
Bro,
was
can
about
just
to
change it
happen,
with the stream
it was
deck?
nothing.
You haven't heard of the burnt peanut yet?
What's burnt peanut? Burnt peanut?
There's a streamer named TheBurntPeanut who has been everywhere lately.
You know the burnt peanut?
The Burnt Peanut.
The burnt peanut.
Who's my favorite streamer right now?
Yo, you guys ever heard of Itzastrofps? My bad.
Problem.
The Burnt Peanut is a name that I am hearing constantly.
I honestly think that the Burnt Peanut has brought to Twitch something it's never had.
I can't help not to watch the Burnt Peanut. He's all over my feed.
Most popular streamer currently in the world.
The Burnt Peanut. Literal peanut, you know, with a face.
There's right now a guy named the Burnt Peanut. He's dressed like a peanut, he looks like a peanut, he have more voice than CNN.
So how does that happen? It was really a few things coming together at the right time. Let's go back to the lipstick example from earlier. The University of Michigan has been running a survey for decades that measures how optimistic consumers feel about their personal finances and the broader economy. The scale runs from 50 to 100. 100 means life is good, money's flowing, we're buying the designer bags. 50 means the opposite. No extra cash, tough times, the lipstick side of the spectrum. In early 2025, that consumer index sat at 71.7. Not amazing, but decent. Then it started dropping.
So the University of Michigan takes America's
Holy
pulse on how
crap. Now listen, I don't really understand this, but that's a crazy drop, bro. Holy.
the economy is going every month, and the initial reading for November is not good at all.
By November 2025, it had fallen all the way down to 51.0. Your average American
Hey,
was
it kind of went
staring
back
down
up at the
damn near
beginning of
rock bottom
2026.
conditions. Now, lay Peanut's average viewership over that same timeline. Month by month, you'll notice something. In November, the exact month the consumer index bottoms out, Peanut's viewership hits an all-time high. And I really think the state of the world plays a massive role in that spike. I'll speak for myself here, but it feels like recently I can work harder than I ever have and still feel like I'm falling a step behind. I mean, my rent keeps going up, groceries keep going up, insurance keeps going up, Everything's more expensive, and to be honest, it's kind of exhausting. The last thing I want to do after working some ungodly hours is get on COD and get absolutely railed by some sweat. Every major game right now is practically unplayable unless you spend countless hours actually grinding it. Gaming as a whole has felt pretty stale.
There was actually an old TV. I was gonna say, did bro just put gameplay on like a monitor? Because I was gonna say that's the Xbox 360 controller, but he's
which
actually
is where
on
the
an
next
old
piece of
TV.
the puzzle comes in. Arc Raiders released in October of 2025 and did it in a big way. Over 264,000 people jumped in within the first 2 days alone, and that number kept climbing. By the end of November, over 481,000 players across all platforms were logging in daily. So the question is why? What made this game stick out when so many others had failed? Well, because it worked for more than one type of player. The tryhards were still there, loading in to kill other players or find the most efficient way to get the best loot. But the game wasn't built.
See, now that's sweaty. I kill people for fun. They kill people to find new tags and stuff.
Killing players. The main goal was to find the most valuable stuff you could get and get
out.
out. That meant if you just wanted to run around with your friends and have a
get
good
out.
time, you could do that. And that unlocked something that a lot of multiplayer games had quietly killed over the years. The ability to just hang out, to mess around, to die laughing instead of dying
That kid looks like
frustrated.
FaZe
Arc
Banks,
Raiders kind
bro.
of made it so the casual players can understand extraction shooters very easily.
The game gave casual players a reason to show up.
And even if you're not
reason
good
to
at the
stay.
game, you still kill them. They still get mad at you, bro. Like if they wanted the game to be PvE, the game would be PvE. You know what I'm saying? Like
that fit Peanut's mold to a T. He was good at games, but he wasn't trying to be the best. Instead, he focused on making genuine moments with his community. And in November 2025, he pulled off what is probably his biggest community
What
moment
is
ever.
that avatar?
Not just his community, though. The streaming community as a whole.
Come on, you gotta let me live, man. You don't need to do this. Just walk me like a dog to the extract. Come on, let's go.
This is for the bungulators.
No!
What started as a bit, a call out, a couple of tweets, turned into an all-out war.
Ready yourselves, bungulators! Hutchinson Legion are upon us! They will hold nothing back, but neither will we! Give
wait,
them nothing,
we're trying to get into like the same game together.
everything! Ready your steel forge, and let's ride!
Streamers picked sides, their communities followed, and eventually the whole thing had taken on a life of its own.
Boys, Hunter's army is in the northeast! Get him!
Get one shots are flanking.
Fire!
I am not declaring war or picking sides against somebody whose AFK stream gets more viewers than me.
I want my get back.
This one for
Bro,
the
low-key sounded kind of
bungulators.
salty.
At the height of the war,
So it's just like
Peanut's
who can get more
concurrent
kills?
viewership hit nearly 93,000, and only 3 months later, he was the most watched streamer on all of Twitch, beating out Jinxie, XQC, and countless other names that had dominated the platform for years.
He's beating out XQC, bro. XQC has money. I wonder how rich this dude Peanut actually
That
is,
Peanut
bro.
was like the biggest thing that probably could have ever happened to like the streaming and gaming world.
I agree.
He's changed people's outlooks on video games and just
Right.
streaming in general. And I think he's
I mean, she's not wrong, but I feel like she's doing a little bit too much glaze. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little bit too much glaze.
helped a ton of streamers of like, oh, let's have fun again, you know? Like,
Okay, see,
what was
that part is true
missing.
though.
Now, the current state of the world in Arc Raiders definitely created the perfect stage for Peanut to shine. But we've seen it a million times, where someone's the face of the internet one day and gone the next. Peanut, however, has continued to evolve since he first popped off. He's
His
built a deeper
subs
connection
are
with
up
his fan base while remaining one of the
4,000%.
biggest streamers in the world.
Surprise! It's no just accident that Burnt Peanut has literally 40 to 50,000 people watching him live. Let me repeat that: 40 to 50,000.
I think there are 3 things that really separate him from the rest of the crowd. The first is the avatar itself, not as a gimmick, but as a design decision that removes something most streamers don't even realize they're doing.
See, I wonder
When
if he
you
like
watch a
makes those
regular streamer,
overlays
You're
or
always
what?
aware you're watching a person.
'Cause he
A
did
real
learn
face on
Thunder,
a
so he
screen
probably
means you're
does. Those are
comparing,
kinda tough.
consciously or not. Are they attractive? Do they seem confident? How much does that chain cost? Why am I not on their level? All of that runs in the background whether you want it to or not. It's the same mechanism that makes Instagram exhausting. Everyone is posting about their picture-perfect life, and you're stuck measuring yourself against another person. The Peanut removes all of that. There's no face to compare yourself to, nothing tangible you can't afford, just a voice and a character and a game. The second thing is that he's genuinely average at most games, and doesn't pretend to be otherwise. He dies, he makes bad calls, he laughs about it.
I've done all I can do.
In a world that had spent the better part of a decade worshiping skill as the thing worth watching, here was a guy who was having fun in spite of losing, and making everyone watching feel like they're allowed to do the same. The third thing is the consistency. In January of 2024, he had 6 viewers, and he streamed anyway. February, slightly more. At a schedule that averaged over 150
I have 0
hours per
viewers and I
month,
stream every
he just
day.
kept going. And when everything finally exploded and the industry started paying attention, he said something in an interview that kind of stuck with me.
Has it hit you yet?
Yes.
Really, I don't really.
Yes. Yes. If your subs are going up 4,000%, yes. You feel it, bro. You feel it, bro. You feel it, bro. Ad revenue is going crazy.
I drive a $900 box. I mean, that thing's gonna explode any day, I'm telling you. I don't know. I just, like, every day I hop on the stream, it's the same room, it's the same guys. I'm not sitting there and be like, oh, dude, I'm, you know, this big streamer now. It really doesn't feel like that. Like, it feels just like I'm at home. It's just like, it's everything I do.
Yeah.
So nothing really changed all that much.
Here's the thing I keep coming back to. Halo 3 launched in September
Alright,
2007.
bro, dang, bro.
2
So
months
this
later,
dude
the
keep
housing market
referencing
started
back to
collapse.
Halo.
The financial crisis that defined a generation was beginning, and millions of people were about to lose their jobs, their homes, their sense of stability. And in the middle of all that, those couch sessions Peanut talks about became load-bearing, the escape valve, the place where you could close the door on everything falling apart outside and just play. The lipstick for this moment wasn't a product, it wasn't a trend, it was a cartoon Peanut playing Arc Raiders at midnight and laughing every time he died.
Oh my goodness,
The Economist
bro.
in you wants a cleaner explanation, but I think the honest one is simple.
Nah, falling down there
People
was
were
the
tired,
worst.
they found somewhere to rest, and it just so happened to look like a cartoon Peanut. If you've made it this far in the video, I just wanted to say thanks for watching.
Well, yeah. Whoa. I'm gonna beat you to that, buddy. If you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate you watching. Hit that like button, sub to the stream. I do be streaming on Twitch. I do be streaming on YouTube. So go follow me over there. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. And have a good rest of your day.